I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got a million toys at Toys R Us that she can play with.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
They got the best for so much less you really flip your lid.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz.
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
More games, more toys, oh boy.
I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
A sentence spoken in 1984 can still finish itself in your head before the actor finishes saying it. You may not remember the price, the product claim, or what program surrounded the commercial, but the line survives with its original rhythm intact. That seems ridiculous until you notice how carefully these ads were built. They did not rely on one memory trick. They stacked melody, repetition, routine, participation, and personal history on top of each other. But the strangest part came later. As the commercials grew older, some of their cues became even more meaningful. The Toys R Us song did more than make the commercial cheerful. It turned a store name, a point of view, and a childhood identity into one compact object. Spoken normally, those ideas would be separate pieces of information. Sung in the same order, they became a sequence. Once the first few notes arrived, the next words felt as if they were already waiting. The melody acted like a rail that carried the language forward. Psychologist David Allen tested music as a mnemonic device for advertising slogans and found that music can improve memory when the words and melody work together under the right conditions. That qualification matters. Adding a random song does not make every sales pitch unforgettable. The strong jingles made the brand hard to separate from the tune. If someone supplied the melody, your memory supplied the missing name.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Rice-A-Roni, all in one package. Rice, vermicelli, and this fabulous flavor package.
Rice-A-Roni, the flavor can't be beat.
Brown the rice and vermicelli, add hot water, and saute.
One pan, no boiling, cooking ease. A flavor that is sure to please.
In minutes, a flavorful change from potatoes.
Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat.
Rice-A-Roni used the same economy. The product, San Francisco, and a tiny musical ending arrived as one package. This is why an old jingle can feel easier to recall than a paragraph you read 5 minutes ago. The paragraph asks you to reconstruct meaning, the jingle gives you a practiced path. Yet a path only becomes easy after you have walked it many times, and television supplied those repetitions on a scale viewers rarely noticed.
Hey, Bobcats, bet you can feel cleaner without soap.
Feel cleaner?
Come on, man.
Without soap?
When you discover the cleaner feeling of Zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Zest lathers up pretty good.
Smells good, too.
Hey, doesn't mean it will feel cleaner.
Yeah. Okay, you've got soap on one arm. Put deodorant Zest on the other.
Check out these bubbles.
Now rinse.
The guy's soap feels tacky. Zest rinses cleaner. Feels cleaner.
All right! Discover the cleaner feeling of Zest. You're gonna say no to your soap.
And yes, to Zest.
Get out of here.
Nobody sat down with flashcards to memorize a soap commercial. The learning happened incidentally. The same phrase returned before school, after dinner, during a game, and again the following week. Sometimes the pictures changed while the verbal structure stayed fixed. That variation kept the ad watchable, while the repeated core became easier to recognize and easier to produce. Robert Zajonk's work on mere exposure showed that repeated contact can change how a stimulus feels. Later, consumer research connected repetition with processing fluency, the ease with which something is perceived and understood. A familiar slogan takes less effort to process than a new one. That ease does not prove the product is better, and it does not guarantee affection. You can be deeply annoyed by a commercial and still know every word. Memory and liking are not the same victory.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off. The clapper
lets you turn things on or off from anywhere in the room. Just plug in the clapper and a television, lamp, stereo, almost anything you want to clap on and off.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off. The clapper.
Available in Canada at Woolco, Kmart, Zellers, and Sears. Makes a great Christmas gift.
The clapper barely allowed the mind to remain passive. One sound announced an action, the next sound reversed it, and the product name completed the pattern. Repetition made the sequence fluent, but the commercial also gave that sequence a physical gesture. Any clap in an ordinary room could now brush against the memory. The advertisement had found a way to keep rehearsing after the television was turned off.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Brett the Baker's line worked because it belonged to more than Dunkin Donuts. It fit alarms, commutes, early shifts, and every tired moment when duty arrived before enthusiasm. Viewers could borrow it for their own routines. Each borrowed use became another rehearsal, and each morning offered a new cue. The slogan escaped the ad because the situation that activated it happened every day.
The day's looking new and bright, and you're gonna start it right. Folgers starting to brew, the aroma's calling you. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Folgers is mountain grown. Nowhere else did beans store out this much enticing aroma and flavor.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Folgers aimed at the same opening in memory by attaching its musical identity to waking up. Kit Kat attached a phrase to taking a break. These are unusually valuable moments because the brand does not need another commercial to remind you. Life supplies the prompt. Cognitive psychologists call this general idea encoding specificity. Retrieval works best when a present cue overlaps with the way information was learned. The morning, the break, and the familiar tune can each help recover the rest of the pattern. This changes what the advertiser was really buying. 30 seconds of airtime could create a cue that lasted for years. A break at work might summon a candy bar phrase. A clap could awaken a product demonstration. The smell of coffee might restore a melody before the brand name was even conscious. But routine alone does not explain why certain lines became part of conversation. Those ads recruited the viewer to perform them.
When you drive to Wendy's and order a single, you get more beef than the Whopper or the Big Mac. At Wendy's, you never have to ask, where's the beef?
Where's the beef is a question, which means it creates an empty space. Even when you know the answer, the structure invites you to supply it. The line was also useful outside the restaurant. People could repeat it whenever a promise seemed larger than the substance underneath. Every joke, imitation, and argument gave Wendy's another exposure without buying another ad. The audience became the distribution system.
The finer things in life. Happily, some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Grey Poupon is so fine, it's even made with white wine. Its original French Dijon recipe adds distinctive flavor to beef, pork, and poultry, salad dressing and sauces, and of course, sandwiches. So enjoy one of life's finer pleasures.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
Grey Poupon. It even has wine.
Grey Poupon offered a miniature scene that was just as easy to reenact. It had two roles, a prop and a reply. The pleasure came partly from recognition. One person began the ritual and another person proved membership by completing it. This is more durable than a list of mustard ingredients because it gives the product a social use. The commercial becomes a tiny performance shared between people who remember the same television world. The best catchphrases left a little work for the viewer. finish the line, answer the question, recognize the gesture. That participation is small, but it makes recall active rather than merely familiar. It also explains why these phrases could survive even after the details around them faded. You did not need to reconstruct the whole commercial, you only needed the opening cue and the response you had practiced.
I don't want to do this.
It'll be great.
I'll be scared.
Just think how glad you'll be when you're all done and maybe we'll all go to McDonald's.
I'll be glad when I'm done. I'll be glad when I'm done. I'll be... Think McDonald's. Oh, I wish I were already there instead of here playing this song. Oh, I would have a big chocolate shake, a cheeseburger, and also fries. And I would eat my fries myself and not give any to my dumb brother. Hands off, they're mine, all mine. Oh boy, my recital is almost done. It wasn't bad, I'm still alive. And now I can have my chocolate shake, my cheeseburger, and also fries.
The McDonald's recital commercial attached the restaurant to a child's relief after doing something frightening. Other ads lived beside Saturday cartoons, holiday mornings, sick days, first jobs, or the sound of parents moving through the house. The brand memory accumulated company. It became tied to rooms, people, and stages of life that the advertiser could never have put into a 30-second script. Research on music-related autobiographical memory often finds a reminiscence bump around adolescence and early adulthood. Music from formative years can carry unusual personal importance later. A commercial jingle is not the same thing as a favorite record, and the study did not test 1980s ads. But jingles borrow the same machinery: melody, repetition, emotion, and a stable connection to a period of life. If you were young in that decade, the tune may now open a door to much more than the product. For viewers who were already adults, the association can be just as personal in a different way. The commercial may recall raising children, furnishing a first home, stretching a paycheck, or watching television with someone who is no longer there. The ad stayed fixed while life moved on. Hearing it now places the present beside the past, and that contrast supplies an emotion the original campaign never contained.
My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me. Kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister. Wherever I go, you're gonna go. Kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister and me.
My Buddy and Kid Sister. Each sold separately from Play School.
There is a trap in all this nostalgia. The decade did not produce nothing but unforgettable ads. Thousands disappeared because their slogans were ordinary, their cues were weak, or their repetition never became meaningful. We are looking at the winners after memory performed the selection. Heavy repetition could also create boredom and irritation. Some commercials remain in your head precisely because you wished they would leave. The survivors usually offered several ways back in. Melody carried the words, repetition made the pattern fluent, daily routines supplied retrieval cues, questions and gestures invited a response, then personal history wrapped the commercial in memories no agency could manufacture. Remove one layer and an ad might still work. Stack all five and a tiny sales message can remain accessible for 40 years. That is why these 1980s commercials never completely left your head. You did not preserve every scene, you preserved the handle, a few notes, a question, a morning ritual, a phrase somebody in your family used as a joke. The advertisers placed those handles inside ordinary life, and ordinary life kept pulling them. What survives is part salesmanship and part autobiography. The commercial belongs to the brand, but the memory attached to it belongs to you. Which 1980s commercial can you still finish word for word, and did you actually like it, or did repetition simply make escape impossible? Put the first phrase in the comments and see how many people complete it. Subscribe to The Hidden Pitch for more psychology hiding inside the commercials we grew up with.